Hey everyone, and welcome to PGN Live. It is Monday, April 27th, 2026, and I hope you're all doing well as we kick off a brand new week. We've got some cool stuff to talk about. On the small end, because we don't have official numbers yet worldwide, there's Tomadachi Life doing very well, as we saw from Japan, and now from North American outlets, kind of selling out. And then we've got some speculation stuff when it comes to Star Fox this week, and then some things that look like they're going to happen eventually, including a live action Metroid. So welcome on in to the stream. I'm going to get the pop-out chat ready in a moment. And then we'll kick off. How are y'all doing so far? Did you have a good weekend? Has it been a good day so far? I hope so. One moment. Pop-out chat. Getting there. Okay. Byzantium is here. Good morning. Happy PGN Live, says Byzantium. Happy PGN Live indeed. Nice shirt. Thank you. Mario Kart shirt. Looking snug. Nice. Roger Enyart is here. Hello again. Good afternoon to you, Roger. Joycey J69. Hey, Paul. Hey, y'all. Hey, Joycey. How are you doing today? How did you like Michael? Oh, it was so good. Gosh. I know that in some theaters around the world, folks were getting up, dancing. Some people, dressed up as Michael Jackson, going down on stage in front of the screen and moonwalking and moving to the beat. I didn't have that experience in my theater, but what I did have was pretty much like a full theater. Got to be around 90% of it or so. And people definitely moving in their seats with a little bit of singing. I mean, I try to keep my volume low-ish, but I wasn't bothering anybody with the light singing I was doing. And my movements were just so in beat, in sync with what was happening on screen. My wife liked it. The person next to me really liked it because this person was moving and dancing a lot. So I'm like, all right. I don't feel bad about dancing or moving because this one over here is doing it far more. But yeah, what a good movie. Gosh, Jafar Jackson, what a role. He nailed it. I mean, to my understanding, he is an entertainer, but he worked for 2 years to really get the voice down, the characteristics, the movements, the dancing ability, the flexibility, like all of it. And terrific performance. And, I'm not going to spoil anything because as I was watching the movie, I'm like, unless this is going to be like a 3-hour film, which I don't think it is, you're going to end soon. There's no way you're going to wrap up the next X amount of years of Michael Jackson's life. And sure enough, it doesn't bring you all the way up until, the 2000s. Like I said, not to spoil anything, just it does look like a sequel, though not officially confirmed, is the intent and is on the way. But yeah, sign me up. I want more, You're going to a concert in a way. You could feel the energy. But give me more. Byzantium. Hi again. Goat. I like that. Thank you. Paladin 8669. Good morning, Paul and Co. Good morning, Paladin. Roger saying good morning to folks. You had a good weekend. Good. Yvonne Francois. Hi, everyone. Hi, Yvonne. OMG, I loved Michael. We sang loud and danced at our seats. My mom loved all the Jackson 5 parts, of course. Yeah. Yeah, really well done. Great batch of actors all across the board. It was interesting, though, not having Janet Jackson. Like, she was just written out of existence in the home when they grew up. You had the five Jackson boys and Latoya, and then, like, no existence of Janet. And I believe when she was asked if she would like to participate in any way, she declined, but has given props to her nephew and was supportive of him and all of that, but maybe didn't allow for her likeness to be represented on screen. Therefore, there was just this omission of a seventh child. A little bit odd, but I guess it didn't ruin the movie in any way. Just, I suppose, from an accurate standpoint, from an accuracy standpoint, slightly less accurate scenery because of her not being present when the other boys and her sister would have been, right? Whatever. Like, it's okay. Good movie, though. Good movie. Pokemon Fan 34 is here. Hi there. Jafar needs an award. He was excellent as Michael. Yeah. Glad you guys enjoyed the movie. Thank you, Pokemon fan. Oh, you're talking to Pokemon fan 34. You're talking to Joycey. Okay. Yeah. A part two is coming. Good. Okay. I figured there would be, and I read reports that it's alluded that they would like to, but that nothing has been like greenlit yet. Unless if it has, then sweet. But I can't see it not. I mean, the movie opened up to such big numbers that, yeah, you could bust out a sequel in 2 years' time. Janie Harris, how is everyone doing today? Doing well so far. Thank you. Leroy Gaming, wow, I just got back from seeing the Michael movie and I joined a stream that was talking about it. New world record for me. Anyways, hello everyone. Hello, Leroy Gaming. How fitting, you know? First of all, welcome to the stream. I haven't seen your name a lot in here, if not ever. So welcome, especially if it's your first time. And yeah, talk about a pleasant coincidence. You hopped in here, primarily a video game stream, yet we're talking about Michael Jackson right now, and you just came from the movie. Coincidence? Yeah, a good one. SS4 Moogle. Hello, Paul. How are things? Things are pretty good. Just put up 2 new shorts today, a couple of shorts yesterday, one of which was really fun. It's going to be fun to see if Star Fox happens this week. Man, Paladin 8669, you said it. I really hope that we get a Star Fox this week. It could show up today at any time. Oh, by the way, I said I was going to push play on Tabby's stream to give her some attention and maybe help out her channel a little bit. This is Tabby Cat Games over here, by the way, helping out her stream a little bit. So we could have that in the background. Yeah. Yeah, the most fun video I put up, I think, for me yesterday was the Super Smash Brothers short. We could watch that today. But that one was definitely fun to make and had an interesting visitor on set. Or I guess I was visiting him as it was his nature, his home. And, you know, I'm a guest when I go into the woods, right? That was a rattlesnake on set. Exciting. Janet Ribby, and one of the brothers declined to be included. MJ's daughter didn't want to be included either. Now, she would be born after how far the movie went up to, right? Because the movie only went up to 1988, if I'm not mistaken. But you mean like, yeah, involved in any of the behind the scenes and development stuff? Yeah. And one of the brothers too. So there were, so there were more than seven. I've, how many siblings did Michael Jackson have? Were there nine of them? No, eight. I don't know. There were seven off the top of my mind, but maybe there were eight or nine. I don't know. You could confirm. You could fix me on that if you know it. Uh, Tsukino Ame is saying, "Hi everyone, Tomadachi Life is so addictive. Awesome. I'm glad that you're liking it. I know you were looking forward to that one for a while. MJ is my favorite performer. His legacy still lives on. Matthew, I think so. I think he will always be around in conversation, you know? He led the entertainment world in such a dominating way for a pretty significant amount of time that for how many songs were hits, for how big they hit, for the amount of years that he was relevant delivering these spectacles. You know, look, he's passed away nearly 20 years now. And you're looking at 30 years or so maybe since his last big piece of music. You're talking 40 years since probably his peak lineup of songs came out. And here you got a movie that comes out for somebody who has still not left dance floors, parties, radios, conversations, weddings, etc. So what do you think this film's going to do? It's just going to add another, right? Yeah. One of those people like Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Hulk Hogan. They'll probably always be talked about. Just too big that even if you're not a fan of that sport, that song, that performer, etc., you know who they are, and someone's always going to have something to say, you know? Yeah, truly impactful people. Yeah. Pre-internet, too. Yeah. Anyhow. The rattlesnake was Solid Snake sneaking in. That's true. Fire Legend is here. Let's go, Paul. Correct. But his oldest son was an executive producer. So you know. That's cool. It's more than pop culture. Family stuff is hard. 9 siblings in total. Uh-huh. So I thought there were 7. So I guess, okay. Yeah. I was 2 behind. Jeez, that's a lot. I play so much MJ when I DJ at Nate's streams. Yeah, yeah. I think I'm caught up to the chat, by the way. Okay, cool. Well, so one of the things I want to talk about. Let's go back over here on X, because the first thing that I brought up in today's stream is Tomadachi Life and how well it's selling. We know from Japan last week that it debuted to big numbers. You can see how well it's doing kind of on the eShop charts, right? But when you've got something like this, currently sold out at Best Buy, Target and Walmart here in the United States, you know you've got another Pokemon Pokopia situation on your hands. And I brought this up before. Do y'all think it's going to sell more than Pokemon Pokopia? And actually, that reminds me, I should put up a poll to find out because there was a good conversation going back and forth. Pokemon Pokopia, on the one hand, has Pokemon on its side. Pokemon's very big. Then it has these links to Minecraft, kind of. Minecraft also very big. You've got Tomadachi Life, a link to Mii's. Mii's very big, but not as big as Pokemon. But a little bit of an additional link to Animal Crossing. Quite substantial. Pokemon Pokopia, new shiny game to show off your Nintendo Switch 2. Okay. But Tomadachi Life, a game on two platforms, Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch. So you're looking at a greater install base. So I'm going to put up a poll, which will be kind of fun. Which game do you think will sell better in just 2026 for now? Alrighty. This Inferno saying, I believe Metroid 6 should be game of the year. I think it's going to be a 3D game. You think Metroid 6 will come out this year? Well, it could. Could. I think Nintendo's sitting on an relatively easy port of Metroid Samus Returns. Really good quality Metroid game that released in 2017 after the Nintendo Switch came out for the Nintendo 3DS. Spruce that up a little bit. Make sure it's in like 60 frames per second. 1080p on Nintendo Switch. 4K on Nintendo Switch 2. Some added pump to the polygons, textures, shadows, and all that. 16:9 widescreen support. You name it. Maybe even a Labo VR mode or something like that for some variety's sake. And voila. Throw it on Nintendo Switch 2, sometime this September, November. And yeah, sell 1 million copies. Keep Metroid alive and healthy. And then next year, 2027, release a brand new 2D Metroid, Metroid 6. 2028, finally give us Metroid Prime 2 remastered. 2029, give us Metroid Prime 3 remastered. 2030, have Metroid Prime 5, a brand new entry. And that'd be pretty cool. You don't have to do Super Metroid yet. You could wait. However, I would take a Super Metroid remake. Although I kind of would rather it be a hyper pixelated remake or an anime-ish looking try to recreate the original artwork the best you could Metroid game if it's a remake of Super than a 3D polygonal one, because I feel like you could do 3D polygonal ones forever on ever in the future. But here's a unique opportunity to take the art style of Super Metroid and, remake its art style with today's fidelity. But if you end up, putting it into like 3D poly as a intent, I would still be down with it. Because Super Metroid is one of the best games of all time that I think has held up really well. You just gotta balance some things out. But otherwise, geez, that's an easy one. But I don't think we need it yet. I think the easier, better choice is go with Metroid Samus Returns this year, a new 2D Metroid next year, followed by Metroid Prime 2, Metroid Prime 3, Metroid Prime 5 in 2030. And you have this balance of 2D, 2D, remake 30, 3D, 3D, and then new 3D. New and remaster slash remake. And all of this talk is something that I've always thought of, like, well, not always, but, I've had this timeline in my mind for quite a while, further complemented by today's story of Metroid movie in conversation, Sony and Universal being looked at. Oof. Oof. We're in a good time. We've got Mario movies and Zelda movie coming up. I love it. Okay, let me see. Let me get back to the chat. That was a little bit of a side talk on Metroid. J Biggs, Mr. NY for Life is here. Welcome to the chat. Janie Harris, what's your favorite MJ song? I have so many songs I can hardly count them all. I don't know. I find myself singing different songs at different times. I was just talking to my wife the other day. I was like, you know how there are certain songs that just, like take NSYNC, for instance. There's their pop songs, but then they do have some slower piece things that just hit different in the moment, like not a fast dance to song to hype you up, but just really good for different reasons, right? And then Michael Jackson, most of his stuff is, pop you want to dance to and sing out loud, like, Beat It, or Billie Jean, Thriller. But then I also really like Heal the World. I think that's a really pleasant, strong, soothing song. I don't know what's my favorite all time though. I don't know if I have one. I'm not sure. Today in gaming history, Mario Kart Wii. That's right, Fire Legend. Tomadachi Life is a cartridge game, as it is on Nintendo Switch. Playable on Nintendo Switch 2. I want Metroid Prime 4 and Resident Evil Requiem to sell more than both of those games. Than Tomadachi Life and Pokemon Pokopia? I don't think that's going to happen, but that would be cool. J Biggs, you do not want to support Pokemon Pokopia or Tomadachi Life? Not a fan of those genres? Or what? That's okay if you're not a fan of the genres. Ninty Prime, what's up, Nate? Waka waka. Waka 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 waka. Welcome. How's it going today? Paladin. Man, I'm still shocked they didn't do a Samus Return HD during the original Switch run. I thought that was an easy... Well, that's totally going to happen. Metroid Samus Returns came out, I think, September of 2017. You already have like 6 months of Nintendo Switch being out there. But I understand, okay, you made this game with the intention of 3DS earlier, but are you not going to port it after 6 months or a year, 2 years went by? Like, wow. Huh? You still could, though. And it's still a way how to keep the old Nintendo Switch somewhat relevant. It wouldn't break your back to make 2 SKUs of Metroid Samus Returns HD. You just take the original one and pump it up. I know I'm making it sound like too easy. Like, Paul, it's not that easy. And I'm not saying it's that simple, but I'm pretty sure it's not this $10 million effort to take Metroid Samus Returns, take that 3DS code, and bring it into 1080p for Nintendo Switch and 4K for Nintendo Switch 2, and optimize it further to improve additional graphics, lighting, shadows, polygon counts, etc. And you'd probably come out on top. In fact, you would come out on top, Nintendo. And that keeps the Nintendo Switch user base, even if it's only several 100,000 of them, happy for longer. Paul, did ever get Sonic Racing Cross Worlds Nintendo Switch 2 Edition? No, I didn't. Just the demo is all that I ended up playing of it. I don't think we ever, if ever, gonna have Samus Returns or other M ports because these games were specifically made for the hardware, but who knows? Other M might not be good enough of a game that Nintendo feels is worth remastering or remaking, but I actually think that if you optimized it for a 3D analog stick controller and not 8-direction D-pad, changed up the dynamic of switching between third person and first person perspective, added some quality of life features, toggled options between if you want to play like classic style or a modern style. Perhaps when it comes to weapons, items, receiving things, going about navigating. It's not a bad game. It's a good game. It's not perfect. It's not up to the quality of standard of like typical Metroid, which is like 9 to 10 range, But it's still good overall. It's still pretty fun. But you have the makings of, if you worked on it, it could be great. But there's effort behind it other than, blep, just slap it in the HD machine, Samus Returns, however, I think that's an easier one to bring over to Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. You just got to pretty that one up. Already a great game. Just a theory, but if Super Metroid is an HD pixel-based game, I think it will be positioned as a Switch 1 game with Switch 2 features. That way it could be put on a Switch 1 cartridge for a budget price. True. Graceful Requiem. Hello, Paul. My Tomadachi with the Karate Versace. Will you set up the hibachi this summer? We'll see. My top MJ songs: Beat It, Billie Jean, and Bad. Yeah, Beat It. Beat It, Billie Jean, and Bad. That's good choices. Tomadachi Life is on a cart, but it only plays local. Yeah, Man in the Mirror. Metroid movie would go hard, but it definitely needs to be done really delicately. Metroid is one of those IP that is just cool. People don't know what they're missing on by not playing a Metroid game. It's just cool. In layman's terms, if you like Lord of the Rings, try Zelda. If you like Star Wars, try Metroid. There you go. Simple as that. Now, there's a lot more to it than just that, but they're both really good in different ways, but at the end of the day, they share quality behind them, cool factor, neat locales, mythos. They're organized differently. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to say, like, dude, this one deals with fantasy in this realm, and this one deals with sci-fi in this realm. Nobody should like Zelda and not like Metroid. Nobody should be playing Metroid and obsessed with it and not ever give Zelda a chance. If you like one, you should play the other. Because the way you progress through stages, the leveling up nature, becoming more powerful, finding ways to get past this with a new object there, the bosses you encounter, the music, the lore that expands further by reading things, those are all common traits between Zelda and Metroid. You play gameplay-wise in a different manner, and they are in two different settings, but there's enough commonalities that I think if you like one, you should be playing the other too. Laker 2020, You're Not Alone, my favorite. I like Heal the World as well, Janie Harris. I have both games and both are fun, says Pokemon Fan 34. Regarding Tomadachi Life and Pokemon Pokopia, that's good. Gamer Punk is here. What's up? How you doing, Gamer Punk? Welcome on in. We're talking Metroid. Are we getting a Star Fox shown off this week? Pokemon Pokopia versus Tomadachi Life. The stream is young, but the conversation is already fun. Welcome on in. I like Thriller and Billie Jean. I love Tomadachi Life. It's my own personal reality TV show in the palms of my hands. So much drama. That's fun. Tsukino Ame. Me and AJ may get married in the game soon. That's cool. That's fun. Yep, not a fan. And remember, I had a completely unreasonable hatred towards anything Pokemon, and Tamagotchi just rubs the wrong way. Pause. Pokemon, J Biggs, your thing was that it took the cartoon slot from Transformers. Is that right? Maybe other M could be in a future Wii NSO app. Yeah, I mean, like if and when we probably get to eventually having Wii as part of NSO, I could see Tamagotchi or Metroid Other M being added there. Like, why not? Why not? Is it the best representation of the series? No. But if Metroid gets strong enough and stronger than it is now, which it needs to be, see, that's the thing. Like, Nintendo doesn't want to put out a bad egg in the bunch when the franchise isn't super well known worldwide and loved by everyone. That's kind of why I'm like, I don't think Nintendo's going to port over Star Fox Zero anytime soon to Nintendo Switch 2, unless if they touch it up, because you don't want all these masses now looking like, oh my gosh, look at Star Fox. This guy is so cool. Fox McCloud is so neat in the movie. And then be like, ooh, Star Fox Zero coming out. And be like, oh, it's a good game, but a little bit of this convoluted gameplay control style. I got to use a smartphone too, or another Nintendo Switch. I'm like, oh. You're going to have to touch up that game. I like Star Fox Zero. I thought it was fun overall, and overall a good game. But you wouldn't want that to be the first experience that a brand new batch of people have to get them into the series for the first time, you know? So you got to be careful with that. But if Metroid continues to establish itself further, yeah, go ahead and bust out Other M. Which I think Metroid has the chance. Crazy Scott is here. What's up? I would like to see more 2.5D Metroid games like Metroid Dread. Me too, Graceful Requiem. I think we'll get them eventually. With a bit more horror and dread in them. I tried Metroid and I tried to like it. It's just not for me. Which one did you end up trying, Joycey? What did you try? Because there are definitely some maybe a little bit less intimidating than others. Some better first time ones. Like, if you're not into first person, well, sadly, there goes kind of a safe bet, which is Metroid Prime Remastered. Incredible game. And yeah, you could play through it for a long part, just rolling around in Morph Ball mode, but it's not the intent, right? You still have to do a majority of stuff in first person. So, as fantastic as it is, it might not be for you if you can't get over first person. And, well, there goes the 3D Metroid games. 2D wise, if you start back too far, like the original Metroid, it might be too difficult. What if you start too modern, like Metroid Zero Mission? Is that okay? No, that's okay. Not Zero Mission. Dread. Is it too tough? No, it has its intro pieces until you get to the Emmys, which does require some fast twitch kind of reaction. Metroid Zero Mission as a good start, or Samus Returns on 3DS. I'd have to say Super Metroid, but for some people it is difficult to get over like the jumping because it was a little bit funky, especially while jumping. I'm curious, what was your first one? Yeah, but you still love Zelda, absolutely. And Paul, if you're wondering if they're wrecking me online in Sonic Racing Crossroads, yes they are, but I still standing my ground. Good. Mario, Zelda, and Metroid are my favorite Nintendo series. Good ones, J Biggs. By the way, Thriller and the Billie Jean are also my favorite MJ songs. I'm hoping to see the movie this weekend. I hope you have fun having Hope 5. It's a good movie. I like how Metroid is a 2D Zelda with item upgrades and exploration. Very true, Paladin. Xenoblade, Zelda, and Mario, says having Hope 5. I like the new Metroid a lot. I like the NPCs who help Samus. I like them too, Gamerpunk. It was so annoying, kind of, hearing so many people complain about the NPCs in Metroid Prime 4. Dude, they hardly make up the entirety of the game. There was a point of unnecessary conversation of like, Samus, make sure you check out this towards the end of the game. I'm like, dude, we just left. You don't need to tell me that while I'm in the desert. But that doesn't ruin the game. The title to me was overall a masterpiece. And I liked the characters. I liked their voices, their attitudes. I thought they were funny. And I still had my fun out there being this badass hero in outer space on another planet and leveling up. So, yeah, Gamerpunk. Metro Prime 4 Beyond was pretty dope. 9.5 for me. Loved it. I thought the Mackenzie character was quirky and charming. Yeah, he didn't bother me one bit. I liked him too. Hey, Paul, do you think we're getting a new Star Fox reveal this week? I am going to say yes, dang it. I'm going to say yes. We're going to get some surprise maybe today. Maybe not, but maybe. If we do and we're live streaming, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? Thank you, Ash, by the way, for putting that stream up there. Dude, if somehow we are live streaming and Nintendo just drops Star Fox Returns on Nintendo Switch 2. Oh. I would love it. I'd love it. I'm not saying that it will, though. However, I think that there's still a fine chance between now and Wednesday or Thursday. Nate was very optimistic in his certainty that this is real, folks. You don't need to worry about that. And backed up saying no. Like, he heard April was the intent. And like I said, it is entirely possible that it's not fake if it doesn't come out in April. It's just Nintendo made a shift. Maybe they decided to wait and see how the Super Mario Galaxy movie was doing and let it last longer in theaters and then use the game to bump up the movie a month in. Or tie Star Fox Returns and its Nintendo Switch 2 reveal closer to when the movie comes out digitally. You know, different things. All I know right now, though, is we've got some green in the chat with the Polytoad Dojo being a member for 7 months, showing off that PGN white belt rank and that green badge around his name, or her name. Welcome to the stream, the Polytoad Dojo, and thank you for being a member for 7 months. By the way, little update here. We are at 9,203 subscribers, getting close to 10K, a little less than 800 away, but maybe by Nintendo Switch 2's first anniversary, although we would have to have a very good May in order for that to happen. And I don't think we're going to get 800 new subscribers in like a month and a week, but possible. 305 members, looking good, 95 away from 400. We are down to 3 save files left. If we don't hit our Nintendo $64 goal today, we will use up one of those expansion pack save files and we will be down to 2 save files left. But we have a streak going on of 6, and we are at 2 in the news streak. If you're watching and you're wondering, what is this streak business? Well, every 4 that we hit, we unlock a new community voted video that I do. Last time was going through the McDonald's drive-thru voice acting as Mario, and that was pretty fun. If we hit it today, we will add to the streak and our save file will remain intact. And if we don't, we don't. We don't have any DLC, by the way. Nothing carried over from the previous stream. But that is the little update on that end. Let me get back to chat. Having Hope 5 says Miles McKenzie was a very interesting character. Both NES and Super Metroid on SNES. Okay. That Metroid on NES probably didn't do you much help, Joycey. It's pretty old. Zero Mission, however, is, a remake, basically, of the original, which I remember I talked to you before, like, how I would recommend it. Play 5 minutes of Metroid NES, 5 minutes of Zero Mission, another little, 10-15 minutes of Metroid NES, another 10-15 minutes of Zero Mission, another few minutes, and then just move on with Zero Mission, because it would give you an appreciation of, wow, this was 1987 to 2002. That's 15 years difference. This was the mind of Nintendo's back in 86 with the original Legend of Zelda and Metroid in Japan. And then this is the vision that they saw in 2002, like a little bit before, the Minish Cap, right? Kind of cool. I know you said that it might be a little bit jarring going back and forth, but just for a little bit was my recommendation, and then continue on with Zero Mission going forward, because now you're like, okay, I could see probably how the rest of this game was, and then maybe one day you go back to the original Metroid, but it's a little bit challenging as an older game, with those conventions. And Super Metroid, though it's an amazing game, for some, unless if you played it back then, it might be a little bit off-putting with some of the jumping or wall jumping mechanics. But aside from that, and you could even attribute some of that to a skill, but aside from that, gosh, is it a good game with traversal and weapon upgrading. Though it might not be for everyone. But if you tried it, that's at least cool that you tried it, David, I trust my instincts and never gave up on Nate. I am planning to do a barrel roll when the new Star Fox game is announced tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I hope I would just wake up to tomorrow. Hope I wake up tomorrow and scroll on my phone. Oh, my gosh. Oh, Star Fox, it's real. I will not watch it just yet, though. I will roll out of bed, turn on the computer, and then, let's go! Nintendo just announced this. They showed it off. I'm going to watch it. Woo! And let's do it. Let's do it like the true live reaction, right? I hope so. I think Tokabi was definitely the most interesting because he's actually kind of like Samus, lonely mercenary who enjoys solitude. Yeah. T. Fernbach, Metroid Fusion is perfect to start with. Metroid Fusion's great. Great GBA title. Amazing. I love that one. I personally think Zero Mission is the best entry point for a new fan to get into. If you like that, consider other 2D Metroids. Zero Mission is a fine choice because at this point, it looks as good, if not a little bit better than Super Metroid, and it moves a little bit better, And if you are open to first-person and adventure games, Prime Remastered. Very true, David. The Metroid games weren't too hard, just wasn't enjoying myself. I'm sorry. Not too hard, just not enjoying. Which one did you like more between the two? Metroid or Super Metroid? I'm guessing Super Metroid, probably. Yeah, Zero Mission is the first in the timeline and really easy to get into. I actually think one can argue Prime 4 might be the best entry title gameplay-wise. Yeah, it's a fine argument. We're going to see some Metroid Prime 4 Beyond in 8 days or so at Nintendo's fiscal report. Pokemon fan, you love Pokemon? Yeah. I could tell. Samus Returns is a pretty hard game, so it's definitely not welcoming. Some people who don't want the struggle. Yeah. Ever since my uncle passed away years ago, my mom can't even listen to MJ. I'm sorry to hear that. Nintendo Prime's podcast is how I found out about Paul Gale and his network. Really glad I watched Nintendo Prime and it led me here. Well, that's awesome, Gamerpunk. That is really cool to hear. Yeah, Nate's great. And his podcast is always fun to be on. So I'm glad that you watched that episode and found your way over here. I appreciate it. And Ninty Prime, if you're still here, thank you for having me on whenever you do. Chillin' Hard 187. What's up, Paul and friends? What's up, Chillin' Hard? Billie Jean has a place in my heart because that was my uncle's favorite song. And then when he passed, I think of him when I listen to the song. Yeah. Music and all sorts of things can connect us to the past, connect us to people. True. People want Nate, they hate to be wrong, but don't trust him. I think Nate is correct. You know. Having Hope 5, you got to go back to work. Have a good rest of your day. Enjoy work. I enjoy the characters in Prime 4. My favorite was Duke. Paul, I'm so glad you didn't get bit by that Stone Cold Steve Austin rattlesnake. Thank you. I remember in my old middle school, rattlesnake came inside and a teacher cut off its tail. Really hoping for my Star Fox fans. Yes, Joycey. Oh, please. Please give me some Star Fox this week. It's been 10 years. No franchise deserves to wait 10 years per entry. Every developer out there should make it their goal to have a new entry in a franchise in 9-year batches or less. I would say 7 or less. Come on. Even if you got like a AAA budget game, 7 or less. If it's going to take more than 7 to make one game, like if it's going to take 10, have a smaller crew somewhere, do some remake, remaster, smaller entry within 5, okay? Can you agree to that? Oh, snap! What I can agree with is some big orange power in the chat. Holy smokes. Gamerpunk getting us way up on the board. A third of the goal achieved right here, right now. Let me get Gamerpunk up on here. Oops. Hold on. Let me get that there. Gamerpunk, thank you so much for the amazing generosity. Gamerpunk with the $20 holla. Thank you so much. What would you... Whoa! Whoa! What is this? Polytoad Dojo with 20... I can't even read Gamerpunk's comment. The Polytoad Dojo adding another 20. All of a sudden, we're at 2/3 of our goal to adding another expansion pack another megabyte of RAM to the stream. The Polytoad Dojo with a huge 20. Thank you both so much. Out of nowhere. Fantastic support. I really, really appreciate it. What a double shocker. That is so awesome and so generous. Thank you both. I got to read both of the comments. Hold on. We'll give me 1 second. An orange. What a fantastic color. I mean, all the colors are great, but like, geez. Talk about some generosity. Big, big appreciation. I got to get back to the chat. 1 second, including yours. And speaking of color, we got some green in the chat from Paul Gale Network, sending a gifted membership. That brings us up to 306. And Paul Gale Network, let me get your name on the board here. With $1, bringing us up to 41. Okay, we're moving on up here on today's stream goal. Thank you, PGN. In which Just Kai Gaming was the recipient of that membership. But hold on, let me get back to Gamerpunk and the Polytoad Dojo. First, Gamerpunk, would you play Tears on the... Oh, sorry, Tears on. Would you play Tears of the Kingdom on a live stream so we could all watch and hang? I would, but here's how I would do it now. As is right now, the only way really is... Is there another way? Not really. I don't have a capture card. So one way is I'm playing like this. I got my eyes here, and I'm kind of looking here, and that's how I'm playing, right? Or I'm playing like this, and I'm looking down here and looking up, but then you don't get to see the screen. Or I have my camera, iPhone, doing the recording of the screen footage, but there is no picture-in-picture of me, so there's a little bit of that disconnect. I've tried before, where I busted out my tripod, stuck it in the living room, had the camera positioned to face the TV and do that, or face me and play and talk, but not quite the experience of watching the content being played and seeing my reactions and being able to read the chat all at once. That's really something that's unique to and beneficial of having a capture card, right? And since I don't have that, the setup just doesn't quite work the best. But if I get one, if I ever do that, I guess the second thing would be I'd probably need to get a second Nintendo Switch 2 dock, because here in the game room, ironically, it's called the game room, I don't have the Nintendo Switch 2 set up. I have it set up in the living room where the family sits around and plays, right? So for the stream purposes, I'm here. For the gaming purposes, unless if I'm portable, I'm out there. But I would be up to playing Tears of the Kingdom to hang, because it's a game that, like, I've already beat it 3 years ago. Didn't 100% everything in it, but you could go around and play and kind of chill and have fun and not stress about certain things, or take the chat's request like, hey, try to beat that Lionel without any guardians helping you out. Ooh, see if you could go into this Bokoblin camp with just a stick. Oh, snap. Like, that would be fun. I agree. Great question, Gamerpunk. And great dono. Thank you very, very much. And the Polytoad Dojo. Sorry I have not been here recently. I was free Metroid hat a while back. Oh, free Metroid hat! You changed the name. Of course I remember your name. Free Metroid hat. Thank you for syncing that up because welcome back, welcome here. Yeah, I haven't seen your name in a while. Jeez, talking about aliens and Peacemaker and what shows to watch, and here I see the Polytoad Dojo. Happy to know that you are one and the same. Speaking of which, you're writing right now, literally as I'm like, dude, the last time we're talking about like Alien and Peacemaker and stuff. What shows have you been watching recently? I have been watching One Piece, Invincible, The Boys, and What We Do in the Shadows, and they are all great. Okay, thank you again very much for the awesome $20 dono. I really appreciate it. Oh, The Boys. My wife and I are all caught up on this current season. We watched each season as it came out, and now we are done with episode 4 of the new season. I think that's as far as they've gotten. And like, man, what a good show! I don't think this show. I don't think this season has had one super striking, polarizing, oh my gosh kind of moment yet that some of the past seasons have had. But it's also not done yet either. And even if it doesn't have that like one crazy thing, it's still so good that I'm okay if it doesn't have that one super shocker, right? But it's such a good universe that they have, and even if even though I should say The Boys is ending, I'm glad that I think they're continuing with another season of Gen V, and then they're gonna have a VOT prequel series set like in the 50s or 60s or something like that, maybe with Soldier Boy or maybe with some other stuff, because I still like this world. I still want to be a part of it. But if they feel the right time is before it gets, long and drawn out, let's end it strong. Yeah, if you think that that's the right decision, cool, I'll support it. I've had a wild ride with The Boys, but really good. Invincible, I have not seen season 4 yet, but I do love the show. I think it's excellent. And unlike a lot of superhero stuff, which I love in general, Marvel, DC, Ninja Turtles, you name it, I'm not familiar with the Invincible IP. So when I'm watching it, I don't know what's happening with the Viltrumites. I don't know who's going to be good, who's going to be bad, what shift's going to happen, what are the plot twists. So when I first started watching that show, season 1, season 2, like, what a treat. But I have not started 4 yet. But I will. One Piece, I never watched the anime, but I've heard really good things about the live action. One of my buddies said it's really, really worth watching, and of what I've seen in like interviews and stuff like that, this live action show isn't based off of the anime turning it into live action. It's like based off of the manga and turning it into live action, which is a little bit of a different thing. So it's a little bit closer to the source material than kind of losing that. So I should watch it because I've always been interested in One Piece. It's just so big to get into anime wise. Maybe one day I will check it out. But I'm interested. As far as What We Do in the Shadows, I haven't heard that. Tell me what it is. What We Do in the Shadows. I don't know. Haven't heard of it. Paradise is another one that my wife and I finished up. One of our friends is in Paradise. She is introduced in season 2, which is pretty cool. And when you know someone in real life that you see every day or uh, every week or something like that, whatever, and they're in a show, like, this is kind of neat. Paradise been watching, The Boys. I watched Malcolm in the Middle. I mean, the two of us blasted through that in like 2 days. The Malcolm in the Middle, Life Still Unfair, mini series, which it kind of feels like a movie, which was their intent. That was good fun. there's something else. Oh, Monarch season 2. I think we are about to be on 8 or 9. And I don't know if Monarch is done or not because when it started up, we didn't like reactivate Apple TV then. We waited. I got a free month Apple TV subscription, so I'm like, I'll wait till Monarch has some episodes so that I can do it so I can have like the whole series, Because I probably won't be continuing Apple TV. There's just so many things out there that I don't need to be paying everybody everything all at once. But I'm a big Godzilla King Kong fan, so Monarch season 2. It's been good. I think the first season was stronger, but I have liked the second season, and like I said, I think we're about to start 8 or 9. So that should be fun. I think it's got to be ending soon. It's either 9 is the end, or maybe there is one more. I'm not positive. But yeah, Monarch, The Boys, Malcolm in the Middle. I think that's all of our recent stuff. And I will be doing Invincible soon as well. Thank you, Gamerpunk. Thank you, Polytoad Dojo, a.k.a. Free Metroid Hat, for the generous $40 between the two of you. Getting our stream $23 away from the goal. Well, thanks to one little dollar from me. But I am very grateful for that. Gotta head to my storage unit for a bit. I'll still be lurking for a while. Take care, Roger. I hope your storage navigating goes well. Gamerpunks also said, I really enjoyed Prime Remastered HD. Yeah, that was really well done. Metroid Prime 4 is my overall favorite Metroid game, but Metroid Prime Remastered is the best game. Is the better game than Dread and Super. I'm still playing. It's a new episode every time I play. So much drama. Oh, regarding Tomadachi Life. Sorry for getting sad, guys. It was just something that ran across my mind. Okay, earlier talk. I loved it until the 10-hour mark. Okay, a lot of the talk is back and forth between y'all. Maybe we could get a pool jump this time for Pokemon fan. True, Charlie Smith. That black belt membership gets a request for a pool jump anytime. It could be its own designated video. It could be live on a stream. It could be anytime. It's like the black belt is like a magic lamp that you rub the genie out of the bottle, and it's that, hey, I want this for the black belt pool jump request, and I want it now. You mean now? Yeah, now, live on stream. While I'm on stream, while I got my little sweater, cardigan, whatever thing this is called. I don't know. I think it's a sweater, right? Sweater, jacket, hoodie. I don't know. Well, you got your Mario Kart t-shirt? Uh-huh. With my pants on and my socks? Yup. You want me to do the pool jump now? Mm-hmm. Okay. I gotta do it. That's what that is. Or it could be, hey, I want you to do one, but I want you to do one at midnight. And I want you to run and jump into the pool at midnight, showing me on your Apple Watch that it's 12 a.m. and I want you to run and jump into the pool and say cowabunga when you do it. All right, if that's the request, black belt, that's what you get. Well, yeah, there comes some fun with that. Please, Nintendo, no more 6-year development time of 3D Zelda and Tears of the Kingdom. Hopefully 4 years if they can do it. I think it's going to be... I think big 3D Zelda games, you're going to be looking at like 6 years. However, Nintendo is about to get bigger because they are opening up a new building right across from their old one in Kyoto that will increase the staff by quite a bit. Should increase, productivity, timeline. Yeah. Someone sent Paul a capture card. How much are capture cards? My capture card was about $150, but it's a decent price. Looks like one of your fans. BD just hit you a capture card. Capture card and a dock. I don't know if you know OJ, Player Essence. He has told me multiple times, like, knowing how big of a Street Fighter fan I am and how into that franchise and gaming I am, is like, you really should, Paul, do live streams of you playing Street Fighter 6. I would watch that. And I've had a lot of people since that comment say, dude, you should do it. And like, you know what? It might be a rated M for mature stream because when I play Street Fighter 6 and I'm playing ranked online, that gets heated. I do not appreciate losing. Very, very bad when I lose. The Polytoad Dojo, I am wondering who will end up beating Homelander in the end. Oh, that's right, the Polytoad Dojo. I have a thought on Homelander. Whoa! I have a thought on, woo! The Polytoad Dojo with another massive 20, bringing us up to 61 for our stream. We are $3 away from that goal. The Polytoad Dojo. I know you haven't been here in a while, but your presence today has definitely been felt. Big, big thank you. I am super grateful for that. Way to go. That's fantastic support. Man, I didn't even read. AJ Rax 0440 helping out as well. AJ Rax, holy smokes. We just did it. We just did it. Oh, we did it. AJ Rax 0440 with the $3 holla. And just like that, we are not using up a save file today. We are safe. That means we still have 3 save files in the bank. Our expansion pack streak goes to 7. We are one away from unlocking a brand new video request. And we are 3 into the new set. So 7 is the total streak, but 3 is in the new set. Whenever we hit 4 in a set, that's it. So, oh snap, that was fantastic. We are at Nintendo 64. Way cool. We did it. We did it. Now, I think most people liked the Mario voice acting bit at the McDonald's, but what will y'all vote for next time? I don't know, but hopefully it is just as good. Thank you, AJ Rax 0440, for helping out as well. And the Polytoad Dojo. Okay, I was just reading your comment because that's where I was at on. I am wondering who will end up beating Homelander in the end, and I wanted to talk about that because I kind of want to I kind of want to see Homelander let loose before the series is done. I think if he gets taken down now, it's like, yeah, you probably prevented a disaster from happening, but he's such a character that he's developed into such this maniac that I want to see him let loose. So when he's taken down, you feel the significance more. Not like world ending of what he does, but he just blasts through a city, or he just goes nuts and bam, flying in and out, lifts up buildings, state level power, just small country level of devastation. I mean, he F's things up big time. And that's just as powerful and as destructive as it is. That's just a small taste, folks. That is just a state. That is just a small country. Those were just several 100,000 people or 1 million or 2. If we don't stop him, it's going to be global. He doesn't give a damn about anything. He's out to just kill the world. Wow. So you raise the stakes up. So then when you take him out, yeah, you had a devastating loss, but you could feel how important it was to take him out because this is what he was capable of and this is what he was going to do. You know, right now if you stop him, it's like, it's just in anticipation of what could come. nothing of what he did. I mean, yeah, he did the whole airplane thing and he'd done some other things, but you know what I mean? Like, I want to see it bigger so the impact is felt more powerfully. Oh, now for your actual super chat. I am watching both the anime and live action versions of One Piece. I started watching the anime on January 1st, and I've watched over 850 episodes now. It's my favorite animated show ever. I highly recommend it. Gosh, you make it sound so good to just check it out. You know, my friend Eric, who's a big fan, Nintendo Prime, Nate, who's a big fan, my other friend Roger, Roger's Base, well known for it, big fan. I hear from Nate, Roger, Eric, and other people around just like how good it is. And the Polytoad Dojo, you're convincing me more that like I should probably just start. Now, probably the animated show, I would give it a shot with my kids' wife to all watch it together. But with the quantity, I might do something. It sounds like what you did is like, oh, just do 4 episodes a day or something like that, right? Is that sort of what you've done? What, we're in January, February, March, April, 120 times 4. Yeah. Well, I guess you've been doing a little bit more than that, right? Because that would only be 480 episodes. And if at 850, I guess you're doing, closer to six episodes a day. Which is only like 2 hours? That's not bad. It might take me a little bit longer, but a couple of episodes a day? See, I would be curious to do it your way, because that was like my Metroid way. That was my Metroid recommendation way. Play a little bit of Metroid. Play a little of Zero Mission, and then just carry on with Zero Mission. With One Piece, I would kind of want to do a little bit of One Piece anime, live action, and then maybe do both, but at least do the live action. I don't know. I'm very... Oh! Whoa! Hold on. Whoa. Gamerpunk out of nowhere with a big 50. Holy snap. I thought orange was a beautiful color. Pink, though. What an amazing color. Pink! My new favorite color. Thank you, Gamerpunk. Hold on. We gotta add some stuff up here. Gamerpunk, we might even do 2 streaks today and do the gift card. Like, we are unlocking stuff here. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Gamerpunk. I gotta read your question, and I have to get back to finishing my thought for the Polytoad Dojo because I was still midway through talking there. But now we are at 114. We're only $14 away from doing a gift card today. We're only 14 away from a second streak being unlocked. Like, oh snap, that would be... If we do it today, we will vote today for what's the next thing. I'm about to read your comment, Gamerpunk. Let me finish my thought on the Polytoad Dojo. I should do One Piece. I mean, you're convincing me. It has become your new favorite animated show ever, and you barely started in January. That kind of speaks a lot to the quality. My favorite all time is Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Super. You could combine that. You could combine that with Dragon Ball. What? Y'all don't want me to finish talking, do you? Ninty Prime, Nathaniel Rumpfeljans, Nintendo Prime, with the $14 yellow. Woo, we got in all sorts of colors here. Big $14 holla. Thank you so much. That is awesome. And thanks to all of the support, we just did it. We just hit 128. So, hold on a second here. We are doing a gift card giveaway today. We are doing a $10 N8. We are doing a $10 eShop gift card today. Our expansion pack streak is at 8. We have 4 in the new set. Also, anytime a single stream does 128, it adds to the save file. So we're back up to 4 on the save file. So we are protecting our little nest here. That means today we will also be voting for a new community poll of what do you want me to do as the next skit or thing. Is it flaming sword pool jump? Is it another voice acting bit through another fast food place?
Yeah, is it going to In and Out and saying that I'm the former governor of California and how I want a double-double? But watch out! Get to the chopper!
You know, or Chick-fil-A or something like that, or eating the doggo treat. What is it going to be? I don't know. Can't be anything unsafe, like, hey, go back to the park and go pick up the rattlesnake. Not doing that. Woo! You don't know. When I saw that thing, I was like, oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. But we've got a lot of things going on here. Hold on, let me add some stuff up here. Ninty Prime. I barely finished talking about One Piece. Then you've got Gamerpunk over here. Then you've got Ninty Prime over here. I can't finish talking. Thank y'all very much for the support this morning. Really means a lot. Big thanks. Wow, 128, baby. That's right, 128-bit. We got Nintendo GameCube in the house. Ninty Prime. Gamerpunk, I'm going to read your comment now. But yeah, thank you, AJ Rax, for helping out. Thank you, the Polytoad Dojo, so much for all of your help. And, oh, that last little thing I was saying. I wonder, could One Piece be so good that it tops Dragon Ball for me? Like, I love Dragon Ball. We got some Dragon Ball representation over here. Lots of Dragon Ball in my life. I mean, I did a live-action Super Saiyan transformation video of Goku, for crying out loud. I love Dragon Ball. Oh, that's the other thing. Oh, my wife, kids, and I are finishing up Dragon Ball Daima. I feel bad kind of for how long it's taken us, but we're finally wrapping up that. And it's good too. I don't like Daima as much as I do Z or Super, but I like it. It is really good, just not as good, you know? Yeah, but I like it. But One Piece, man, maybe it's finally my time to try it out. I don't know. I want to see you stream Street Fighter 6. I want to see Rated R, Paul Gale. Oh yeah, the words that are spoken, questionable. Christopher Colazzo, welcome. Pokemon Fan 34. That's right, we hit it. The Polytoad Dojo, love being here. I am so happy to hear that. I love having everybody here. Yeah, you definitely need to stream video games live. Gamerpunk, it would be entertaining. It would. I hope for Paul to eat the doggo treat. I know, Tsukino Abe. I know. Pool jump. Oh, you got Yoshi, Pokemon Fan 34. Did you watch the video? I did Mario in the drive-thru, but I also did Yoshi. Yeah. Luigi voice in drive-thru. Maybe. Nintendo Prime dropping all of these fine emojis. Look at that. Look at all these fine emojis in the chat, man. Sorry, I gotta go. I'll watch the rest of the stream when I get home on my Switch. It was nice hanging out with you, Paul. See you later. See you, Matthew. Okay, finally, now, geez Louise. Gamerpunk with this huge $50 super chat. What a massive treat for the day. Let us read. This message is for Paul and the network. I bought the camera for Switch 2, but never use it because I don't know how many people are out there with it. Would anyone be interested in adding me on the Switch 2 to video chat / game together to build a community friendship. Gamerpunk, go ahead and if you want, type out your ID, your friend code, and let me pin it. Let me pin it. You know what, Gamerpunk? What Nintendo Switch needs, what Nintendo Switch 2 needs is this Star Fox game ASAP with this beautiful online multiplayer mode so that on screen, not just on screen down below, but incorporated into the game, in your cockpit, if you are in first person mode, you could see off to the side your friend using his or her, their Nintendo Switch 2 camera, moving around, maybe even morphed in to like Fox or Falco or Slippy or Crystal or Peppy or Leon or Panther, anybody, Bill, Wolf, Cat, and talk and move at the same time. Or if you're not in first person screen, in the bottom left hand corner, or bottom right hand corner or whatever, to like feel like Star Fox 64, to feel like classic Star Fox. Imagine, Gamerpunk and everybody, imagine if they're like, we're including VR support for this game. So you're in Labo and you're playing around, and if you look off to the side, you could see a little hologram-like HUD dealio pop up of you there, your friend there on yours, respectively. And like, how cool would that be to talk and engage? If you're going through Corneria, someone on the Landmaster tank, someone else using a walker, someone or two people flying above in R-Wings, and you're going through this cooperative element of the main story, you know how freaking fun that would be to talk with three buddies and go through the adventure mode together as a Star Fox team, and dun 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 dun, dun fly off into space. Oh man, it'd be so rad. Or you got some multiplayer action. Now I need a capture card, because if Star Fox comes out this summer, I am going to be obsessed with playing it. And if it has a strong online multiplayer component where it's 4v4v4v4, and you've got red, blue, green, and yellow, and they come out with like Star Fox Amiibo and Star Fox themed Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controllers that look like an R-Wing that are gray and blue, or just give me the classic red, blue, yellow, green controllers like N64. Oh, you don't know how much I love Star Fox. I mean, I love Star Fox, dude. And we have like a community stream where we're playing Star Fox together, and like, I guess through a capture card, you got it popping up on the screen, and we're barrel rolling back and forth, and you all are in the picture-in-picture on my screen, thanks to me being connected with you and friend codes and all that. Like, dude, Star Fox would be so much fun to play online. That's some 1997 goodness right there. That's GoldenEye over the summer. That's Perfect Dark. That's Mario Kart 64. That's such a time. But now, with a cool community in all of you, and how fun you all are, and how supportive you all are towards one another, dude, we would have a blast. But Gamerpunk, drop your friend code in the chat if you want, and let me pin it. Did you already do that? I don't know if you did it. But I will pin it so folks can add you. Charlie Smith, dang chicks going wild. Christopher Colazzo, whoa, let's go. Ninty Prime's got a camera. Yeah, I got my camera too, and I hardly use it. The most I've used my Nintendo Switch 2 camera for has been Welcome Tour. Come on. Hori camera on sale. Almost got it. Paul blowing up. That's right, Nate. Thank you for helping me. Nate, add me on your Switch 2. I'm GamerPunk on my Nintendo account also. Pink has always been my favorite color since Pokemon Fan 34. There's never been a Pokemon Pink, has there? No. Pokemon Teal and Pokemon Pink. Yeah. Yeah. Get back to colors. After Winds and Waves, go Teal and Pink or something. Or Pink and Teal. Yeah. I started watching one in 2004 or 05 when it was on Fox. Then it continued with Star Cartoon Network. Threw them off. Taking off, putting it back on. Able to catch up on Netflix. Nice. Hulu and Crunchyroll. The Polytoad. Dojo. Make sure you get to the end of Drum Kingdom. You will know if you like One Piece by then. Drum Kingdom. Drum Kingdom. Oh, how many episodes in would you approximate Drum Kingdom is in the anime? I like martial arts. I like fighting. I like fantasy. I like cool characters. I appreciate good voice acting, fun art. If I'm not mistaken, Johnny Young Bosch is in One Piece, so you've already got someone that I'm familiar with that I like who has done other voice acting roles in this, so there's always the anticipation of hearing his character. I'm sure I'll like One Piece. It's just doing it, finding the time to do it. But the Drum Kingdom, that's good advice. Thank you. Flaming Master Sword pull jump as Bayonetta. Oh my gosh. Well, that's something right there. Oh geez, Louise. A double from In and Out, Christopher Colazzo. Yeah, those are good. I like a double with grilled onions, so it's animal style. Throwing in regular onions because I like the extra onions, and throwing in the banana peppers. Oh man, and then I'll get some spread on the side. Ha! Oh, that's a good time right there. Oh man, my mouth is salivating. Model photo shoot as Bayonetta in the pool. Oh, that's insane. Now that's an idea, Tsukino Ame. Oh my gosh. A model shoot as Bayonetta in the pool. That's the power of One Piece. That's right, Nate. Paul versus Stone Cold. Oh, man. Yeah. Ninty Prime drives us all to try and become the king of the pirates. Should I go to Burger King? Oh, you're seriously talking about how the show drives us all to become the king of the pirates. I'm reading that as like, oh, go to the Burger King. As I don't know. People say it's better than Dragon Ball. Yeah, I've heard that. I'm not really an anime fan, but I like One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, Super Lion, Voltron, and Sailor Moon before it got all weird in English, of course. This great Let's Pull Jump. I have Dragon Ball Z and One Piece tied. I'm not putting Peach in the pool unless if it is warm enough for her. That pool is 68 today. It's cold outside. Well, I say cold. It's 64 outside. The pool is like 67 or 68 right now. I'm not going to hurt my dog. 7 months. What a ride. Thank you, Tabby Cat Games, for that PGN brown belt flex, showing off a nice green badge to complement it. Looking cool. Thank you, Tabby. I don't know if you were here earlier. We did, for a while in the beginning of the stream, have your stream live. So I hope that helped out a little bit. That was a little bit a while ago, but I hope it helped a bit. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Haven't watched One Piece. Maybe I should start. Christopher Colazzo, maybe. I mean, I'm convinced that I have to now. I watched Sailor Moon in both English and Japanese with subtitles twice. Tsukino Ame, what was better? Your time watching it in English or Japanese, and which did you prefer? See, I like. I appreciate the authenticity of what was first, like in the case of Dragon Ball. You know, you hear the voice acting crew in Japanese. That is the original intent, right? But if I have to pick, I pick the American voice acting cast. Like, I like Sean Schimmel and Christopher Sabat, and hearing the characters, how I heard them for more of my life growing up, and being able to enjoy without reading necessarily. I can do both. I've done both plenty. I've gone to movies and watched both, but just my preference is if I'm going to read a book, I'll read a book, read a comic, read a magazine. That's fine. But if I'm going to watch something, I would rather watch and not watch and read simultaneously. There are some times where I'll commit if it's the matter of watching Godzilla Minus Zero this November and they didn't dub it yet. You darn right, I am going to the theater and I'm going to watch Godzilla Minus Zero with Japanese acting and Japanese and English titles as the sub, and I am going to enjoy the heck out of it, and I will be glued in, locked in, and it's fine. But if I have if my preference, if I have the choice, I'm not waiting for it. But if I have the choice and it's like neck and neck, I'm going to watch the movie voiced over, dubbed in English. You know, that's just me. Paul do a pull jump with a straw hat on in honor of Luffy. AJ Rax 0440. That's a pretty good idea. I guess I could get a straw hat and do it. Fully dress up as him? Oh, now we're talking. Oh, you know what? You just gave me an idea. Thanks to the Bayonetta comments earlier from Tsukino Ame and AJ Rax, your comment now being Luffy. Maybe those are future things to vote on. Cosplay as a character and do something that the character does. I mean, we had the request as one of the options before. Throw a Hadouken as Ryu. He didn't win, but right? Either can you do a Cosmo Fairly Odd Parents voice impression? I don't know what the voice is. I'd have to hear it. I'm not familiar with Fairly Odd Parents well enough to be like, oh, what does Cosmo's voice sound like? If I heard it, I could try. Don't you want to see Paula's bandana in the pool? You look so good as her. Oh, Tsukino Ame. I know you were talking to AJ Rax, but I read that comment, and that's about the funniest comment I've heard today. I mean, one of the funniest things was because Nintendo Prime did not know this, so when he was having his podcast, and I was on screen, like, everybody was there that day, and I was on screen as me. But then came the intro, and out popped Paulinetta. And nobody was expecting it. They didn't know it was going to happen. I sold it pretty well. Like, I mean, that was so funny. I turned off the lights, and the screen got purple in here, and I was just Bayonetta, and I was in character locked in, dude. Like, that was fun. Oh, man. Yes, your picture in the cockpit and stuff, that would be cool. Yeah. Flaming sword. Just keep adding stuff on. Flaming sword pool jump with Peach as Bayonetta. Let's do a barrel roll into the pool. Yeah, you're right. I thought Paul had another outfit he could use. uh, Deal home skillet on Gamerpunk on my Nintendo Switch 2 account. Please add me. Star Fox controller for the Nintendo Switch 2 would be awesome. Oh, I know. Flaming Master Sword while doing a barrel roll as Bayonetta holding Peach. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Paul could be on the cover of Elle magazine. He looks so amazing. Oh, oh, jeez. America's Next Top Model. Da-da, 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 da-da. Oh, jeez. My Nintendo ID Gamerpunk. Okay, Gamerpunk, I think you have to do your friend code, though, right? Hold on, can you just type in that these days without the number? No. Backflip into the pool. Pokemon Pink with Clefairy or Jigglypuff as a star. AJ Rex welcoming Tabby Cat Games. Here we go. The Polytoad Dojo. Gamerpunk. Got it. Okay. So this is what I was talking about. Let's see. Anything Bayonetta is a win. Sounds good. Need a trip to Cali? Yeah. Holy cow, I'm so far behind in the chat. Oh, jeez Louise. Watch up to episode 91. Okay, that's the Drum Kingdom. Episode 91. That's not bad. That's like well, 30 hours. I mean, I guess if you're doing 3 episodes a day, that's a month. Pool jump with the rattlesnake. Okay. Oh, man. LOL. Oh, goodness. I hope everyone got a good giggle. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, man. Just the layering on top of these things is funny. Okay. Tsukino Ame says, I liked the Japanese with subtitles, but the English is funny and more relatable. Okay. I could see that. Kush 6091. Tomadachi Life will sell better than Pokopia because ain't no one buying a Switch 2 for one game. Well, here's the thing, Kush 6091. Plenty of people do buy a console for one game, believe it or not. But the thing is, Nintendo Switch 2 in its last almost 11 months has amassed so many games worth buying the console for that it's not just for Pokemon Pokopia. Although, by the way, many people have purchased a Nintendo Switch 2, believe it or not, just for that game. But you've got Pokemon Pokopia, improved versions of Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and Breath of the Wild, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Welcome Tour, believe it or not, super fun for $9.50, Mario Kart World, Kirby Air Riders, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, Resident Evil Requiem, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, Mario Tennis Fever, the upcoming Splatoon Raiders, like the quite likely to be real Star Fox. A lot of people, 20 million in fact, already have a Nintendo Switch 2, and a lot of people are buying Pokemon Pokopia. You'd be surprised. Paul eats a Carolina Reaper pepper. Oh, I do like hot stuff. I do like spicy. I have done very hot things before, including, I think, was it Mad Dog 450 hot sauce? Oh, mouth is salivating at the thought of that. That was a hot sucker. I grew my own habanero peppers and Caribbean peppers. The Caribbean peppers might be the hottest raw thing I've ever had. That or like the Mad Dog. Extreme heat. Oof. For me, it's simple, says Graceful Requiem. If the setting is Japanese, I'm listening in Japanese. If it's English, English. If it's alien, then English. Okay. Yeah, a few people bought a Switch 2 for Pokopia, but most did so they could upgrade. Yeah, a lot of people. And that's the thing. You might start off buying a system for one game, but you find that it is very well worth getting it for multiple games. Okay, hold on. Let me see. I'm going to do this. Ah. Oh. Everybody in the chat, Gamerpunk, I just put up his Nintendo Switch friend code, and I just put up the friend code of the Polytoad Dojo. Check out the Polytoad Dojo and Gamerpunk right here in the chat. Get in some gaming fun. Add some friends from the community. You know what this is also useful for, by the way? Yeah, playing with fellow cool friends, but also, if any of you are like, I sure would like a Nintendo Switch Online account, but I don't really want to spend $20 a year or $35 a year. I'm sure a few people could get together and make a family plan. Or someone might have a family plan and have an empty slot or few. Split the payments, Venmo, whatever. Totally makes it easier, more affordable. Picture it. This is Tsukino Ame, by the way. I can already tell this is good. Picture it. Paul slowly walking out of the pool as Bayonetta. Wink at the camera and do a pose. Yes, Elle magazine cover right there. Ooh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll have the glasses on. This is a good. This is a dangerously good challenge that you're coming up with, Tsukino Ame. Walking out of the pool as Bayonetta. Like have some water splash up, slow mo, capture the photo so you could get the water as it's coming down. Probably more likely than not, with the glasses and a wink or something. Oh, and yeah. As long as the lighting is okay. Or if you try to go a little bit darker in the day, yeah, the camera quality isn't as good from the camera, but with a decent lighting and a little bit of a purple backlighting, then you've got the aura, the energy of Bayonetta. Ooh, that's pretty good. Oh, that's pretty good. Am I now caught up to chat? Look, let's all just admit we want to see Paula's Bayonetta again. I'm going to end this poll, by the way, but that's because soon we're probably going to have to run a very real other poll, and that's going to be for what are y'all voting for me to do next? Which game do you think will sell better in 2026, by the way, was the poll that I'm ending now. 65% of the votes went to Pokemon Pokopia. 35% went to Tomadachi Life, Living the Dream. Interesting. People feel like the power of Pokemon is going to win over Tomadachi Life, despite Tomadachi Life being on two platforms. Interesting. Interesting. I am Metroid had on Switch 2. Also, my name is Paul, not to be confused with Paul Gale. Well, that's why you are part of the Paul Gale network, right? The Polytoad Dojo. Okay. Should we come up with, now that I think I'm finally caught up to chat, and we have a healthy 31 people watching now and 30 likes. Should we come up with what is the next activity? Because y'all unlocked it today. You unlocked it. I think, okay. Right now, you are not voting for the activity. You are voting for if what I'm suggesting is worthy enough to be one of the 4. We're going to run a poll. Okay? Do you want this to be entered as one of the 4 eligible to be voted for? Okay? Do you want another voice acting bit at a drive-through, excuse me, to be eligible in the poll? And we could figure out what that is, but maybe it is going through In-N-Out or Chick-fil-A or Burger King as Arnold Schwarzenegger, or ordering Starbucks as God of War Kratos. I don't know. Do you want voice acting through a drive-through to be eligible for the poll? Yes or no? Type Y or N, or you could write yes or no, whatever. And we will see right now, is it going to be made eligible in the poll? You're not voting for, yeah, I want this to be done, but is it even deserving enough to be eligible? Yes or no? We'll see. Michael S. Gutmann with a yes. The Polytoad Dojo with a yes. Wiki12 with a $5 out of nowhere. Heck yeah. Paul, thank you for bringing... that was a long... Paul, thank you for bringing joy to my family. See you for the Star Fox reveal later this week. Hashtag believe. Well, you are welcome for bringing joy to your family. Thank you for bringing joy to the stream by being here, spreading the positivity. I really appreciate your awesome $5 super chat. It means a lot. All of your support today means a lot. And know that I am grateful, Wiki12. And I hope, hashtag believe, that this week we will get Star Fox. And you better believe it. As soon as that announcement happens, I'll probably really quickly do a live action, or a live, as soon as I see it, reaction to the video, make that up on YouTube, and then go live and talk and have so much fun combing through it, watching through it, live discussing it. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be amazing. Like, oh dang. I'm gonna really feel it that day. Let's get hyped together. Thank you, Wiki12. By the way, thanks to Wiki12's $5, we have a little DLC. We've got a little DLC going on. What is the DLC? That is, if we don't hit the next number, which I think is 192, uh, today, we've got 5 already that will go towards the next stream. So it's pretty valuable because it helps the next stream start off strong. Okay, hold on. Let's get back to the thing. Do you want the voice acting bit to be made eligible for the poll when we do have a 4-way vote? I see that it was yes. Hold on. Where's the? I saw more than one entry. Okay, no's are winning. So voice acting bit isn't going to, I guess no's won. Voice acting bit. Oh, hold on, let me see. I could do it this way. Yeah, I guess I'll do the poll. Should voice acting at a drive-through make it to the poll as a possible choice? Yeah. I just have to make sure that people understand you're not voting for this to be the thing. You're just voting, is it even deserving to be made eligible, right? Okay. While people vote in this one, let's see. I have a feeling I know what this one's going to be. Should a Bayonetta pool photo shoot be included? This one would probably be photos made for YouTube and or X, I guess. But it would be a couple of photos of me as Bayonetta, I suppose, walking out of the pool, right? Couple photos of me as Bayonetta walking out of the pool, which probably means it wouldn't be a video for this one, right? But it'd be a couple photos that you would expect out of like a photo shoot of me as Bayonetta walking out of the pool. Yeah, I guess that's the way I could do it. That'll be the next one, I guess, right? The Polytoad Dojo. I gotta go eat. Have a great rest of the stream, everyone. You have a fantastic lunch, a meal, whatever you're gonna eat. The Polytoad Dojo. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back. I'm glad I know Free Metroid Hat is here now as the Polytoad Dojo. I appreciate your contributions earlier. Thank you for talking all things good. You have a good one too. Oh boy. This poll is close, by the way, on the voice acting bit being made eligible. I want to end it, but it needs something to beat the tiebreaker. It's at 7-7. It's 50-50. Voice acting at a drive-through is tied. Oh! And at the 3-minute mark, we have something that took it in favor to yes. People do want, overall, to have voice acting through a drive-through be made eligible. And what people also want is some yellow in the chat. Ocarina of Time Remake 1126. Hashtag believe. Man, Wiki 12, you are speaking my language with Star Fox and Zelda. November 26th. That's the 4th Thursday of the month. That is Thanksgiving. If we get Ocarina of Time Remake that close to the original Ocarina of Time, I would be so hyped because Ocarina of Time means so much to me. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I am all the way down with that. Thank you so much for the beautiful yellow $10 super chat, bringing us up to 15. I say bringing you up to 15. And with that, we got 15 in DLC going on here. Did you, by the way, see Wiki 12, my gaming history short for Ocarina of Time? The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is one of my favorite games of all time. It was my favorite game ever for 20 years until The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild finally dethroned it. And that is something that I allowed Breath of the Wild to do because I felt like it finally truly did it in 2018. If this remake is done right, we could be looking at something truly special, and I wonder, could I possibly go back and be like, this is now my new favorite game ever? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't just throw around favorite game of all time very frequently, you know. It really has to be something truly impactful and excellent. But I do really like the idea of Ocarina of Time with an amazing remake. Thank you so much, Wiki12, for adding to the hype. That's going to be for later. Okay, so voice acting is going to be added to the poll. It won 60-40. Next poll. Should a Bayonetta poolside photo shoot make it to the poll as a possible choice? Okay. We're doing this one now. Is there a time Nintendo likes to reveal stuff on the Nintendo Today app? Sometimes really early, but could be later. You never know. It's still possible today. They could do it anytime, you know? You got to figure also trying to come up with the best time to release something worldwide. Right now it is 6:33 in the morning tomorrow in Japan. So within a couple of hours, yeah, you could be looking at something. 27 minutes from now, we could be looking at something. Lord of the Rings was next level, though. So many things going on at once. I don't know what's going on. Also, my super chat, I meant November 2026. Wrote it wrong. Okay. So you didn't mean necessarily November 26th. But you know what? That still works. I think November 19th, though. You're a little bit closer to Black Friday. Wait, are you? No, you're not. Never mind. You're a little bit more in the month of November, but you're also looking at Grand Theft Auto 6. But I do like November, for Ocarina of Time. 28th anniversary month. 28th anniversary, month and year, yeah. Wow. The Bayonetta one is also really close. That's how the other one was. Patty Burke, check him out. His friend code has just been added to the chat. Go ahead and add Patty Burke. Artisan James, I think Ocarina of Time remake could be as early as September, and the Duskblood's October. Echoes of Wisdom was September, released and announced in June, 3 months out. Yeah. Barrel roll, flaming sword, pull jump as Bayonetta. I hope the pull photo shoot wins. Paul makes it amazing. Bayonetta. Okay, we're gonna stop it at 3 minutes, like the other one, and it looks like it's close, but you are welcome, Patty Burke. Thank you for being here. Bayonetta is moving on. Bayonetta has made it. Okay. Flaming Master Sword Pool Jump. That's going to be the next one. Should a Flaming Master Sword Pool Jump make it to the poll as a possible choice? Okay. We'll see if this one gets added. So far what's going to be is another voice acting bit through a drive-through. We will determine what that is if it wins. Or we could figure it out before, right? Whatever. That's one. Two is, and that would be a video. Two is a Bayonetta poolside or semi-in pool, whatever, photo shoot. This would be probably a couple of photos as bandana styles or something like that, right? Not a video. Third one is a flaming master sword pull jump. This one would be a video, and it is me getting my master sword, setting it ablaze, and doing a hot pull jump with it. That one would be a video. And that one would be actually, I think so far, if that one gets it, that one would also be able to be done today. None of these are something that like I can't do today. Roger Enyart is back. Greetings to all. Greetings. Welcome back, Roger. Holy smokes. Okay, this one, I'll let the poll go for another minute, but I really don't think it needs to. The other two were so close that it needed like 3 minutes. This one, I cannot see it going. So I'm going to end it now. I mean, here. We'll let another minute go. Let's watch this video for Wiki 12 and for all of my Zelda fans in here. I mean, raise your hand if you're a Zelda fan. Okay. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. All right, Zelda fans, let's go. Today in gaming history, November 23rd, 1998, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time launched for the Nintendo 64 in North America. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing for more. Thank you. I don't remember Link having sneakers in Ocarina of Time. If he did, the game would have been easier. Probably true, AJ Rex. Okay. We have 3. We have to decide what should the 4th one be. What's eligible, right? Eating the doggo treat. Spitting fire. Breathing fire. Throwing a fireball. Like a fire Hadouken, right? Eating something spicy. During a live stream, character-specific workout. Think amongst yourselves. What would you like the 4th one to be? Uh, Paul Gale eating a dog biscuit. Tsukino Ame. I think Paul did a pull jump last year. Yeah, yeah, I did. Gamerpunk with a good question. Any ideas on the next Nintendo Direct? You know, I thought, still think for that matter, but it's increasingly less likely to have a Nintendo Direct by April 30th. But I thought, I still feel like, if you asked me a couple of months ago, can we get a Nintendo Direct in April? Yeah. Because February had their Pokemon Presents. We got Pokemon Partner Showcase. We got, these little directs for movies. And, this drop for Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Bella Bella Park. Just random bits of a lot of stuff. Indie World Showcase. That I figured, a Nintendo Direct or a Nintendo Direct Mini in April is a possibility. And when we heard about the Star Fox thing dropping in April, kind of it went down my thought of there being a full-on Nintendo Direct in April, but that something Star Fox related, Star Fox centric Direct could take its place. And now that the month is so far gone, I still think that Star Fox is a possibility, but my money would be on Star Fox this week and not a Direct, Unless if they're like, yeah, Tuesday we're going to say that Wednesday is a Direct. Or Tuesday or Wednesday we're going to say that Thursday is one. Or a Mini. And maybe they use a Nintendo Direct Mini to have several things, go over Dusk Bloods, go over Fire Emblem, Fortune's Weave, have a little bit on Splatoon Raiders, a little bit on Professor Layton. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Rhythm Heaven Groove. So it's like this Direct that doesn't have anything new to it, but does have new footage of games, and then you finish with Star Fox. And that would be pretty swell. Like, that would be awesome if that was it. I would super dig that, AJ. But if we don't get it, I think, or sorry, Gamerpunk. But everybody, I see several comments similar. I guess June. I guess you just do June. And if we don't get Star Fox this week, though, I guess May? Do you do a May reveal and a June release? That's calling it really close. Check this out. I made this on Friday. That's good. I made this a few days ago. Oh, let me see. Two months isn't not enough time to reveal a game and then have it come out, Paper Mario the Origami King had 2 months. The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom had 3. Super Mario Bros. Wonder had 4. Donkey Kong Bonanza had 3. Drag X Drive had 4. Metroid Prime Remastered came out that day, or the physical version, in like a couple of weeks. Mario Kart World, you could either say 2 months if you want to go April to June, or you could say 5 months technically if you want to go January to June, right? So You could still do this Star Fox thing, gosh, really late April and have it come out end of June. I would love to see it come out June 4th just because it fits exactly in Nintendo Switch 2's first year, right? NS2 turns 1 year old on June 5th. But I wonder, like, if you show it off in May, yikes, 1 month? Really? Still possible? Because you could be capitalizing on the streaming release of the Super Mario Galaxy movie. But yeah, I think June you get a regular Nintendo Direct. But maybe going forward, we should only expect one grand Nintendo Direct a year every June. And then the rest of the year be filled up of Nintendo Direct minis, partner showcases, uh, Pokemon Presents over here, Indie World presentations over there, and a bunch of random social media drops everywhere else. That wouldn't be that bad if we knew, like, okay, going forward, just expect the one big one every June. By the way, we have to come up with a fourth choice. I wish Nintendo would make a game called Rad that would be like Dave Mirra BMX, but more of an arcade feel. We haven't had a BMX game in a while. I liked the era of we were getting like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games, BMX games, Kelly Slater surfer titles, Excite Bike. Uh, I hope Paul makes a big splash in the pool. Thank you so much. I could try to make a big splash. Thank you for being here. Appreciate the comment. Yeah, I'd try to make a big splash in the pool. Would be fun. How about Paul dress up as Gan and jump into the pool and do the cha-cha slide? Oh, man. Okay, we got to come up with a fourth one. What's the fourth one going to be? Is it eat the doggo treat? Is a doggo treat one of the options? I have a feeling that whittling down to four will take longer than actual vote itself. This one is like the opposite so far of Flaming Master Sword pull jump. In the meantime, we could watch a couple of these. Where'd my volume go? 2008 Mario Kart Wii! Oh, let me start that over again. There's no volume in the beginning. Today in gaming history, April 27th, 2008, Mario Kart Wii! Launched for the Wii in North America. Woohoo! Today... That was fun. Also today... Ora, Osta! Today in gaming history, April 27th, 2010, Super Street Fighter 4 launched for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 in North America. Ora, Osta! Today in gaming... Ora, Osta! As Ken would say. You know what we didn't watch together? Yesterday's video. Today in gaming history, April 26th, 1999, Super Smash Bros. Launched for the Nintendo 64 in North America. By the way, if you could see in that shot, in that video,
Your perfect domain.
there was a certain reptile. You could see it in the short. It was still in the shot. But if you couldn't quite make it out...
Clicks. It all.
Hey everyone, Paul Gale Network here, and I thought today, while I'm on the set filming for my Today in Gaming History series, in particular for Super Smash Bros., the original for Nintendo 64, I would give you a little look at the behind the scenes. Now normally I don't do this, but why am I doing it now? Well, to just show you the certain level
Right here.
of commitment and
Right there.
authenticity that these locales
Rattlesnake.
have. See anything interesting there? Yeah, that's a rattlesnake. Chillin' just right next to the final shot in today's video, in which I am Donkey Kong, and you can see that's how close I was to the rattlesnake. So there is some power behind these videos. A little bit of risk, but always a calculated risk. So anyways, I hope you enjoy this little behind the scenes and, of course, the final video itself. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey everyone, Paul.
Yeah. So that was pretty fun. Okay, doggo treat is not going to be added. So then, let me start. And we don't have to have 4 options. We could just have 3. Let me just start typing. What should the next activity I do be? We're going to go with Flaming Master Sword Pull Jump. We're going to go with... Let's see. That's going to be video. Oh, Bayonetta. Poolside photo shoot. So about the pool, about the snake, Roger brings up a good point. The park has... They make it aware. They make you aware. They have signs of warning, rattlesnakes are here. So I always keep an eye out for my environment, you know. I think in general it's a very good idea that, you know, when you go to a movie theater, when you go to a sporting event, look where the exit signs are. Pay attention to people, crowd. You know, if somebody drinks too much, if somebody is too shifty with their eyes looking at you. I mean, like, this is kind of some of the stuff that I teach in my personal defense and martial arts classes in general, but also some observational awareness, like when you go to a park, are there any holes in the ground? You don't know if that's a gopher hole or a snake hole. You don't know if it's a venomous snake or, you know, a typical garden snake or, you know, what have you, right? Look out for things like rakes that you don't step on. So when I go to this one park in particular, I do pay attention because I know, now these signs are there for a reason. It says, you know, caution, rattlesnakes. So I was looking around in my particular area, and I've been to this park plenty of times. I filmed other things there, and I just go there as one of my parks that I have fun with, that I, you know, take my family to, take my dog to, stuff like that. But I was filming the bulk of my video, and then came the final shot, and I was going to go film the final shot, and that's when I saw the guy. So I stood back, and I looked, and I checked out where it was and where I needed to be, and weighed in. Okay, there is no movement. Doesn't mean that he's sleeping dormant. But in the moment, can I record my shot? And then afterwards, okay, record the shot, safety. Is there always a little bit of risk even when you're safe? Yeah, but I made sure this is safe to continue with because, yeah, a rattlesnake is no joke. Yeah. Wow, your rattlesnakes are so chill. If I was that close to one here, it would bit me for sure. Rattlesnakes are common where I live. One of the teachers at my old middle school cut off the tail of a rattlesnake that came inside the school. Ugh. Spooky, man. That's spooky. Paul looking ripped.
Thanks, gamer punk.
That's right. I would have been like, nope, use another location. Yeah, could have used another rock. There are plenty of rocks. Yep, same Roger. Uh, oops. Okay. We have Flaming Master Sword. Oh, by the way, I tried to take a picture of our new lizard friend, but one time I got a little bit too close, and the other time, I think it was just he was like done with where he was by the time I came. But two different times, might have been two different lizards, I'm not positive. There was an orange up on the wall, and I had the lizard right next to the orange. I don't know if he was eating it. I don't know if he likes that at all, but the orange was partially, open, probably from a bird or squirrel. But I had a nice shot in mind planned that would have gone to the YouTube community page of a lizard and an orange. And then later on, a lizard just by my peach tree doing push-ups. And I didn't quite get the shot. So I will be getting a new lizard photo sooner than later, hopefully. Yeah. But it's pretty good. A good little company. I like it when the lizards in the backyard do push-ups. Not sure about when regarding the gift card. We also had a bat inside, a rat climbing around the lights, and a fox near the school I went to grow up. Those are some pretty good ones that you don't see every day, I guess. Especially a fox. That's kind of cool. And a bat, I suppose. Yeah. Snakes and spiders, you don't like them, Charlie. Okay, I'm going to put up the poll, but I don't have a fourth option. So maybe I'll just come up with, y'all said no to the doggo treat, so yeah. I guess we'll do that. Okay. At least you saved a lizard from drowning. Yes, I was not going to let that little guy or girl drown. I don't like... They have before. It's always sad. It's like, man, I get it. You're probably thirsty. What I kind of want to do is maybe get a frisbee. Fill it with water so it's not too deep that a lizard would drown in it. I hope. Jeez. please don't drown on me trying to do something good for nature, like a little frisbee or something like that, so a lizard could just, if it's a hot day or whatever, and the poor gals are thirsty, you let them have a drink. I had to get a bat out of my house one year. My mom was scared of it. Yeah, I could see that. Woo! Ay, ay, ay. Ugh. Oh, by the way, that's right. We do 2 polls, don't we? We put up the poll here, and we put up the poll in the community. Thank you. The lizards like to drink the water from my air conditioner at night in the summertime. That's pretty good. Let's see, how's the poll doing? Oh, wow, it is back and forth. Flaming Master Sword Pool Jump is winning so far. I'm not going to put it up now because we're here live now. But when this stream ends, I will put up the second poll in the community. Because then it's fair for the people that aren't here, especially if you contributed, financially to any of these streams and then not get to vote. That's kind of lame. So I want everybody to be able to vote, but especially like if you helped us get here to only, all right, well, good night everybody, I gotta go. Like, or I gotta go back to work. I want you to be able to participate too, Okay. I'll let this poll go longer because this is the big one. You know what I mean? This is for what we do. There are 29 watching right now. We have 12 people who voted so far. So 17 did not yet vote. And we have 35 likes in this house. And then I have the poll ready to go up, but it won't go up now at the same time. It will go up later today. And I will take a picture of the results of this poll and then match it to the winner of the other poll. And if it's unanimous, like right now, for instance, Flaming Master Sword Pool Jump is number one. Let's say it wins number one. If it wins number one here and it wins number one on the community poll later, easy. It won first place both times. That's what I'm going to do. If, however, let's say Breathing Out a Fireball wins on that one, it'll be 1-1. So I will see, well, which one was higher. Like Flaming Master Sword won by 46% here, and on the other side it won by 53. Well, 53 is higher, so okay, well, that's a point there. Which one had a higher overall? If you add Breathing Fireball from the community poll in its first place spot and the fourth place spot that I got from the live stream to the first place spot of Master Sword Pool Jump on the live stream, but the second place or whatever there, what was the overall higher? And the overall higher will win. Speaking of winning, Patty Burke, 1971, coming in nice this evening with a €5 super chat, counting as $6, bringing us up to 149. Big thank you, Patty Burke. I appreciate it. Patty Burke also. Folks, add Patty Burke in the NSO. Right there is Patty Burke. Hold on, I gotta open up an email real quick. Okay. Hold on, did I add 149? Patty's 6. Patty, I did not add your name yet. I did not add your name yet. Hold on. Let me get this. I have to do this. Patty Burke, 1971. With the super generous €5, we're calling it $6. Oh, that also means... Hold on. That also means we have some more DLC because... of this awesome, generous green. Patty Burke, it's very fitting. St. Patrick, green. You just dropped some green in the stream. It's all very fitting, Thank you so much. Very cool of you. We're now at 21 in DLC. So if we don't hit 192 in today's stream, we're already covered because we hit the expansion pack streak and we are at 21 in DLC. That will go towards the next stream. If we hit 192, we enter a brand new set. We're at 9 on the streak, 1 in a brand new set, and we hit a 5th save file being activated today. But let me read Patty Burke's comment because I am blown away by the generosity, and I'm so happy right now, and I appreciate it. But let me get to this. No such thing as rattlesnakes here in Ireland, thanks to St. Patrick. But you might get attacked by a mad cow. That's right. Thanks to St. Patrick, you got no rattlesnakes in Ireland. You never want them either, I don't think. You could have plenty healthy of enough variety of animals, mammals, lizards, you name it. Have everything. But rattlesnakes, yeah, if you can avoid them, you don't need it. You don't need them. Got to go all good luck with a gift card. Good luck. I mean, thank you. Good luck. Good day to you, Pokemon Fan 34. We will probably do the gift card rollout in a bit when we figure out this poll. See, we could always wait till another stream to do a gift card, but I don't want it to be. Gift cards really, like polls, they could be split, but gift cards really kind of got to be for the stream itself because these are the people who made it possible, and I kind of want them to all, have this chance at winning. Well, okay. What should the next activity I do be? Still at number 1 is Flaming Master Sword Pool Jump. Not too far behind, but behind enough is Bayonetta Poolside Photo Shoot. Voice acting at a drive-thru, breathing out a fireball. I don't think they're going to win. What I should do, though, is, in the meantime, get ready a new eShop gift card. Man, one of these days, I'm telling you, how cool would it be to have a live stream going on and a big game just get dropped? Oh. It could be Star Fox, it could be anything, but like a game from an IP that the overwhelming vast majority of us are a big fan of, that would be so cool. Perhaps it'll happen sometime, Okay. I'm getting the eShop gift card. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, I got it. Okay. Alrighty. Should we end the poll or should we just keep it? I mean, right now it's been 15 minutes. It has 16 votes. Most of the 23 people watching now probably have voted. The other 7 could just be away from keyboard or not really have a preference either way. Or not be signed into YouTube and can't vote. Or whatever. It's all good. But I guess we'll end the poll there. Right? Okay. We'll end the poll there. 16 votes. 17 votes now. Richard Polly is here. Hi, Paul. Hi, Richard Polly. Welcome. Or should I just let it continue? Shall I let it continue? All but 8 people voted. Yeah. 16 minutes is enough for the poll. We will end it now. Boom. Flaming Master Sword Pool Jump is the winner. I will put up the community poll when this stream is done. And then on the community side, if Flaming Master Sword Pool Jump wins, easy. If it's a tie, then we'll see what is the overall winner. All right. Now, without further ado, we are doing an eShop gift card giveaway. We almost got a 3rd streak added, but we definitely did 2 streaks, and we definitely did 1 eShop gift card. Our subscriber base is looking healthy, just as a little recap. 9,203. The total members here is at a healthy 306. Expansion pack, 149 out of 192. 53 away from another streak being added on. But regardless, we hit it looking good today. And we're doing a gift card, which is always fun. Chillin' hard, you think that the pool jump is going to win other one? It really could. I mean, if the community one is anything like this live one, then yeah, probably. All right. If you... Okay. Rewind a little bit. If you want to be entered into the $10 eShop gift card giveaway, I'm going to tell you what to do. Just note 2 things. 1, you got to be... Well, no, you don't have to be. You should have a North American eShop account. It doesn't have to be your native one. You could make one with a second email and have it on your Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch 2 doesn't matter. But the gift card is from GameStop for a North American NSO account, right? So if you don't have one, it won't just work natively on yours. You'll have to make a separate account. Can you have multiple accounts on the same console? Absolutely. Could you have a Japanese account, European account, American account, whatever? Yeah, of course you can. Just letting you know, it's going to be a North American eShop card, but everyone is eligible here to enter. Number 2, if you want the code, you got to have an X account for me to send you the code via DM. If you don't have X, I could do something else like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Discord, but it just won't be live right now. So make sure you DM me, and I will send it to you later today. You know, I will screen grab the photo or whatever, and I will send it to you. Okay? So that's it. All right. If you want to be entered into the free $10 eShop gift card giveaway, type 1 time only in the comments section now. Hey, and we just got Paul Gale Network with another gifted membership, this time going to I Love Lamp 1016. Thank you, PGN. You're welcome, PGN. That brings our expansion pack up to 150. And that's looking pretty nice. That's 42 away from a possible 3rd streak being added on. Oh, hold on. And that also counts towards the DLC. Well, that's pretty nice. We're at 22 in DLC. See what I mean? After we had that really powerful stream where we hit 5 streaks in one stream, we hit 330. We activated the expansion pack with 1. We fully realized it with 4. We unlocked the first community vote and got the Mario voice acting at McDonald's bit. We had $10 in DLC that went towards a future stream. We activated these save files to help protect the streak so that it doesn't go to 0. And now we're at 8 on the expansion pack and technically 0 in a new set, because as of today, we achieved, so now we're at 0 in a new set. Hitting 192, we are at 1 in a brand new set. But regardless, we are on a streak of 8. As for the chat, how many people are entering? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 so far. You know, I don't want to have anybody be bored while I'm gone, but I'm going to grab some water real quick. I'll be back, and probably when I come back, we'll roll right into the giveaway, because I imagine by the time I come back, we'll have more than just a few people vote, but we'll see. But I'll be right back, okay? Grab some water. Alrighty. Hi, chair, looking good.
Oh, thank you very much.
Chair, how often does Peach and Mario sleep on you?
Oh, yeah. Mario sleeps on me all the time. Usually when he does, nobody picks him up. Ha ha ha. So I get that fluffy cat all to myself.
Hi, chair. Looks like you need some armor all.
Yeah, I could use a little bit of a waxing, some kind of a buff job. Ha ha ha.
You're right, Mr. Chair. Jeez. Oh, hi, chair. Will you play Tomadachi Life one day?
Oh, I would love to play Tomadachi Life. coming up with all of those me's. Yeah, maybe one day. I hope so.
Yeah, that's a good point, Mr. Chair. That's a good point. Ah, I hope Chair was being kind while I was gone. This is vital information for my everyday life. You know, it really is. It really is. Because, you know, Joycey, if you are considering getting a cat or a dog, chances are your cat, more likely than your dog, would be occupying your chair. Dog on your lap while you're on the chair. On the chair by itself, more likely the cat, my guess. So this is very valuable information in life. Okay, let's see. Are we good with everybody who is entering the poll? How many here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I think. Patty Burke, 1971, saying thank you, Tsukino Ame. Well, I read that comment, but okay, good. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear. Thank you for something. Anybody else want to enter? You may. And there we go, Tsukino Ame with a "You're welcome." I told you. I'm glad to see it. I'm glad to see the awesomeness in the chat. Sometimes I don't get the context because I'm just reading your comments. You know what I mean? And it's to each other, but that's why I don't read everything out loud. But I read almost everything. Jeez, I do read everything in the chat, or I try to, and I do. Yeah, I try to read almost everything, and I think I do read a little notch below almost everything. You know what I mean? I added him to my friend list on Switch. Perfect. Okay, good. We got Rizky again coming in at the end. Rizky, I think that will be the 13th edition. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, cool. Alrighty. I will. Y'all have a 1 in 13 chance. You have a 1 in 13 shot at winning. Those are pretty good odds. I mean, shoot. I'm going to roll it and let's go. When this stream ends, we will do a I will start the community poll to see that. I see the comment deleted, but you are still enrolled in. I didn't delete the comment. You are still enrolled. Probably was accidental, Risky. But that's okay. I counted 13. Yours was 13. Everyone is in it. Y'all have a 1 in 13 shot. Could we eventually do one of these where it's like for the folks who contributed, for a member only thing, for a something like that? Yeah, I mean, but we've always done these for everybody, you know, whether you contribute or not, member or not, you know, we just do it. And dun 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 dun! Congratulations! I hope you have a way of me giving this to you. Byzantium, the winner of the $10 eShop gift card. Byzantium, just tell me that you're here. I can literally see you up several, so I know you're here, but like, are you here to claim your victory? Highly doubtful, waiting for the risky victory. He almost won. It was Risky was one below you, Byzantium, ironically. So it could have gone to, let me see, hold on. Is that how it was? Yeah. Flame Hawk, Byzantium, Risky, Gumilar, or in this case, Risky again. So Risky, don't feel bad that you didn't win. It could have been you. It was just one away. Likewise, I hope nobody feels bad. Like Flame Hawk 5, it could have been you. But Byzantium, congratulations, you won the $10 eShop gift card. And let's see. How can you get a hold of me? Do you want it now? If you would like it now, send me a message on X, or if somehow X is not allowing you to send me a message, which sometimes is the case, comment on some kind of post of mine, like, what did I put up today? I did like this gaming history one today, the Mario Kart 1, Street Fighter, you know. Comment on a post, and then I can message you, okay? And if you don't have X, or don't want it now, for whatever reason, which is okay, later, or something like that, then, well, let me know. Let me know now. I guess, yeah, either way, let me know now how you plan to reach out so I can be on the lookout, because maybe it is through TikTok, or through Discord, or something, you know what I mean? I'm not on Discord, really. So Discord's not the best place to get a hold of me. But I have everything, so I could... There's too much out there to be on everything, glued in all the time, you know? But I'm going to make a note that I have to be on the lookout. Okay. Anything else gaming related that we should check out today? Oh, Byzantium. I see you right here. Okay, good. pretty good sale going on right now, by the way, on Amazon. Nintendo Switch first-party digital games going between $30 to $40. Nice discount. You can see OJ Player Essence commenting on Wario 64's post of it. Bayonetta titles, Fire Emblem Three Houses and Warriors, Metroid Dread, Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, Age of Calamity, Emio, Advance Wars, Astral Chain, Live Alive. eShop has a good deal going on too currently. You could get Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate, I think is the subtitle, for like $3. Really good game. If you like, $3, come on. Even if you're not that big of a TMNT fan, if you like Hades at all, if you like TMNT a little bit, $3 for that game is well worth it. Let me see. Byzantium, okay, $3 is a steal. Yeah, it is. Yeah. That was one of my favorite games of the summer of like 2023, I think. It was really cool. We played 4-player throughout that campaign, and yeah, so much fun. I would say that Hades is better, but it gave a comparable experience to Hades and is still a really solid game with an IP that I have loved for decades, you know. Ninja Turtles means more to me than Hades as an IP in my heart and soul, right? Because I've been a fan of it for 40 years instead of like several years. But Hades is a better game. But regardless, the fact that Ninja Turtles is such a good game that was close to Hades was like a perfect recipe for whatever I bought it for, $25 or something like that. Super well worth it. But $3? Dude. Oh, Byzantium. You're the winner of the $10 eShop gift card. Do what you want with it, but man, I would recommend buy Ninja Turtles for $3 and you got $7 left over from your gift card. We might even give away a second gift card today. I don't know. We're a little bit away, but it's possible. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, good time to have a gift card because it's a pretty good sale. Your old NFT account. I sent you a message, by the way, because I see that you said you cannot send one. So let me know if you got it. Oh, got it. Now we are connected. Still kicking myself for not getting Cyberpunk for 17. Ah, that is a killer deal. Yeah. Charlie Smith, bye. See you later. See you later. Just put a comment on the Mario Kart vid. Perfect. Thank you. And you know what? Since you're live right now, let me go ahead and send this to you now. Make it easy. Cool. And boom! iByzantium, your gift card has been sent. Tsukino Ame, only $42 away. Woohoo! Roger with the woo! I think I read that one earlier, but still. I see Roger and you're with the woo! And how can I not say woo right back, even if it's a second time? Well, even though it's not a guarantee that the Flaming Master Sword is going to win, I think it's probably pretty likely. When this stream ends in a bit, I will put up the other poll. And since it's early in the day, maybe I'll let the poll run and have it sorted out tonight. I usually like the poll to go for a decent amount of time, right? Like from nighttime to morning. But since it's kind of early afternoon, I could end the poll this evening, and that would still be like, what, 8 hours away, would barely be 9:44 p.m. Pacific time. So if it is a nighttime related winner, well, technically, Flaming Master Sword could be done in the daytime, right? It could be done like tomorrow morning. You don't want it to be too dark. Although, I'll tell you that the fire illuminates the night quite well. Well, that's going to be fun, though. I'm excited. I'm thinking of how am I going to do it. I see it. Thank you. We'll check it out later after I'm done with work, but much appreciated. Well, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're a happy winner. Oh, by the way, I think I have that all set up. Let me see. Double checking something. Yeah. Okay, cool. Doctor, can't see you. I'm burning. Tsukino Ame. It's good. Any other requests before we end the stream? Something to check out. Any trailer? We covered a lot, that's for sure. Great stream. Great community support. So much fun talking about Star Fox and the possibilities of the Nintendo Switch 2 camera being implemented. What we really need, though, is Star Fox this week. Come on. We've got some goodwill in here. We had Wiki12 contribute towards the positive vibes of Star Fox being shown off this week and an Ocarina of Time coming out this November. I'll tell you what, even though this is probably the end of the stream for now, if somehow Nintendo in the middle of the afternoon, evening time, whatever time it is for you, for me it would be late afternoon, early evening, right? If somehow Nintendo just out of nowhere tonight just throws it on their Nintendo Today app or on X or YouTube, Star Fox Returns arriving on Nintendo Switch 2 exclusively this June 4th or this June 25th. I would blow up with excitement like you wouldn't believe. I would record that reaction. Tempted to watch it live, but I would contain myself just a little bit longer to sit down and record it. Then I would hop on a stream and we would do this again, because there is no way I could wait until tomorrow morning to talk about Star Fox if somehow we got it tonight. You know what I mean? Tsukino Ame, I hope Star Fox is shown this week for anyone that wants to play it. Oh, yes. I don't even need to play it right away. Excuse me. You could just tell me. You could give me a logo, Nintendo. You could give me a logo. I am so hungry for Star Fox that logo would suffice. I'd be like, all right, cool. I'm good. That'll give me another 6 months of happiness from the logo itself. I don't need to play it yet. Now, if you give me a logo and a trailer, I'm good for a year. You tell me it comes out, May 5th, 2027, and all we get to see is a logo and trailer tomorrow, I'd be like, all right, dude, the fact that I know it's coming and that it's happening in like 1 year and a week, I'm good. I just bought the Starlink game for Switch as it is. I'm hyped. Oh, Byzantium. It's a good game. Starlink is actually really fun. That's a title that more people ought to buy. It's so good. I love the Star Fox inclusion. To be fair, that's how I played it, was on Nintendo Switch. So I'm biased towards that version. But I think even if I played the game on Xbox or PlayStation without Fox McCloud and Co., I would have had a good time because it's a fun title. But with a Nintendo edition, easy win. Solid. Asking for just a logo gives me PTSD. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Hashtag tomorrow, right? Well, I think we're going to end the stream. We've got 22 in the bank. So that means the next stream that starts up, we are going to start the stream off with $22. And someone coming to the stream is going to say, where did this 22 come from? I'm like, well, from the last stream. Why? Because we hit 128 and anything over 128 counted. So we help keep the streak alive. We have 4 save files there. We were at 0 in the new set, but that's because we unlocked the new set today. And the new set votes, what will it be? I don't know. So far it's looking like Flamin' Master Sword Pull Jump, but it could be something else. I have a feeling that's going to win, but we'll see. Man, what a terrific stream. Thank y'all so much for being here. Gamer Punk up top with a big 70. I appreciate it so much. Big thank you. That really helped out today. The Polytoad Dojo, thank you with the 40. Wiki12, thank you for the 15. Ninty Prime, I don't know if you're still here, thank you for the 14. Patty Burke, 1971, thank you for the 6. AJ Rax 0440, thank you for the 3. Very, very valuable. The financial help, the hype, the energy, the motivation. I'm grateful for it all. Paul, you get a Starlink and you get a Starlink. That's right. That was me a few Christmases ago. If I ever see a bunch of them, like at a Target or Walmart again, I'd probably do it again. I just buy a bunch of Starlinks and be like, hey kids, you got a friend's birthday party go to? They're getting a Starlink. Yep, you're getting a Starlink. You know how cool would it be to just last day of school before kids get off to summer vacation, go to your son or daughter's class and just be like, everybody, you're all getting Starlinks. That'd be pretty dope. Halloween, imagine just giving out Starlinks to anybody who comes to your house for trick or treat. Trick or treat. Oh, is this house going to give a king size Snickers? Oh, what is this house going to do? Starlink. That would be so hype. Oh, man. Okay, if Starlink ever gets down to $1, dang, I think I got to buy 100 of them. Just get on the Starlinks everywhere. Because they were seriously like $5 or $7. How could I have not bought several of them and just given them to everybody that like that one holiday? You know, you couldn't. I couldn't not do it. Gamerpunk, Patty Burke, Polytoad, be on the lookout in a couple of minutes for an NSO edition. Or NS edition? An NS edition. Starlinks everywhere. That's right. That reminds me. Starships were meant to fly. Hands up and touch the sky. Oh, starships were meant to fly. Hands up, we're higher than a... Was that Nicki Minaj or something? Nicki Minaj singing that song? It's a good song. That was a pretty fun song. That's pretty upbeat. I like it. Starships were meant to fly. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Thank you for the streams, Paul. You're an amazing person. Well, thank you very much, Tsukino Ame. I appreciate the wonderful comment. Beautiful words. I appreciate you all being here. This is such a fun community. This is how you do the internet. You know, you could avoid so much negativity, toxicity, but just not walking around those waters. And there is so much fun to be had with good folks. You just got to find the right place. You're the best, Paul. Love your content. Thank you, Gamerpunk. Are Starlink systems legit? I hope so. Okay. Poll on the community page is going up. Now, we'll see where it goes. Alrighty. We already have the winner from this poll. We'll see how that one does. Take care, everybody. One more time. AJ Rax, Patty Burke, Ninty Prime, Wiki12, the Polytoad Dojo, and Gamerpunk. Thank you, and everyone here this afternoon, this evening. Big thanks. Take care. See you tomorrow. Cross your fingers. Hashtag StarFox sometime this week. Please, Nintendo.